the Little Spinning Girl and the Magic Helper. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there was a small village. In this village lived a poor miller and his kind-hearted daughter, Emma. Emma was a lovely girl with golden hair and a big smile. She was always helping others and spreading joy wherever she went. One day, the miller went to visit the king. He wanted to impress the king, so he told him a little fib. "My daughter Emma can spin straw into gold," the miller said. The king was very curious and excited to hear this. "Bring your daughter to the castle tomorrow," the king ordered. The miller was worried, but he had no choice but to obey the king. The next day, Emma arrived at the castle. The king led her to a room filled with straw. He pointed to a spinning wheel in the corner and said, "If you can spin this straw into gold by morning, you shall live. But if you cannot, you will be in big trouble." Emma was frightened because she had no idea how to spin straw into gold. As Emma sat there, tears streaming down her cheeks, a tiny, strange little man appeared. He had a pointy hat, twinkling eyes, and a mischievous smile. "Why are you crying, dear girl?" he asked. Emma explained her problem, and the little man said, "I can help you spin straw into gold, but you must give me something in return." Emma, desperate to save herself, agreed. She gave him her necklace. The little man set to work, and in no time at all, the room was filled with shimmering gold. When the king saw this, he was amazed and delighted, but he was also greedy. He took Emma to an even bigger room filled with more straw. "Spin this straw into gold by morning and you shall live," he demanded. Again, Emma cried, and again the little man appeared. This time he asked for her ring. Emma handed it to him, and once more, the little man spun all the straw into gold. The king was overjoyed, but still not satisfied. He took Emma to the biggest room yet, packed with straw. "Spin this into gold by morning, and you shall marry my son," the king promised. When the little man appeared for the third time, Emma had nothing left to give him. "What will you give me if I spin this straw into gold?" he asked. Emma, desperate and with no other options, said, "If I marry the prince, I will give you my firstborn child." The little man agreed, and he spun all the straw into gold. The next morning, the king saw the golden room and was thrilled. He kept his promise, and Emma married the prince. They lived happily for a while, and soon, Emma had a beautiful baby. One night, the little man returned to the castle. "Give me what you promised," he said. Emma was heartbroken and pleaded with him to take anything else but her child. The little man thought for a moment and said, "If you can guess my name in 3 days, you can keep your child." Emma agreed and tried to guess his name. She guessed everything she could think of, but nothing was right. The little man danced with glee, thinking he would win. On the first day, Emma guessed names like John, Peter, and Henry, but none were correct. The little man just laughed and danced around the room. The second day, Emma guessed names like Rupert, Samuel, and Tobias, but still, she was wrong. The little man laughed even louder and danced even more. On the third day, Emma was feeling very sad. She didn't know what to do. Then, a kind messenger who had been searching for clues came back to her. "Your Majesty, I have seen the little man dancing around a fire, singing a strange song. He said, 'Tomorrow, tomorrow I'll take the child away. The queen will never win. My name is Rumpelstiltskin.'" Emma was overjoyed. When the little man returned, she pretended to think hard. "Is your name Conrad?" she asked. "No," said the little man. "Is it Harry?" she asked. "No," he said again. Then Emma smiled and said, "Is your name Rumpelstiltskin?" The little man was furious. He stamped his foot so hard that it went through the floor, and in his rage, he pulled himself apart and disappeared into the ground, never to be seen again. Emma kept her baby, and she and the prince lived happily ever after. From that day on, the kingdom was a place of happiness and joy. The king learned to be kinder, and Emma's bravery was celebrated by all. Moral of the story. From this tale, we learn the value of honesty and the importance of keeping promises. It also teaches us that clever thinking and kindness can help us overcome even the toughest problems. Emma's courage and quick thinking saved her and her baby, showing us that good can triumph over evil.